All right, mic check. We are live. I'm back, y'all. All right, everybody. Tonight we got Insomnia number 5. We're back from New York. So I've got a little bit of a recap of my trip, the B&H Expo, photography and social media expo, as well as my travels around the New York area. I want to welcome everybody to the show this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's see here. Got sound test, sound check. Everything's working so far. Messy, how are you, sis? See you. Chrissy, how are you, sis? So nice seeing you in NYC. Jug FLX promoter, salute. DXR, salute. Y'all, let's get this going. This show started. Got a lot to do. It's an Insomnia episodes. I'm sure some of y'all are gonna peel off and go to bed and or listen to the sound of my voice. Chrissy. So we got a little bit of reading to do for you. Got a little bit of lore from around the New York area to read for you this evening. We're gonna have some fun. All right, let's go.
Fuck being rational, give them what they ask for. Turn this TV off.
All right. Got this old definition here of insomnia. The common sleep disorder that makes it difficult to fall asleep, stay asleep, or get quality sleep. It can drain your energy, affect your mood, affect your health, work performance, or quality of life. That's right, y'all. We got insomnia over here on C.I.P. Welcome to the show, everybody. Your boy is back. Salutations, salute, zakafet to all my beautiful people. Your boy got a little bit of sunburn on his forehead. I don't know if you can see that or not. My nose is got a little bit of melanin in it. Yeah, went to Coney Island my last day in NYC, and your boy got a little bit of sun. Sunblock is a thing for the melanated. We can and should use it. Your boy C.I.P. failed at that job, taking care of himself. So let that be a lesson to your boy C.I.P. Use sunblock, all right? Shout out your boy. Oh, wow, that's right, Chrissy. It's good to see you, sis. So glad you're here. Oh, my hoes demonetized. I'm back, brother. I'm back.
Surprise, motherfucker.
That's right. We back in this bitch. We back. I'm so happy to be back with y'all too. Had some fun. It's all about the mental health break. You got to do it at least once a year, maybe twice a year. Gonna try to make it more of a thing. And it's time to travel elsewhere outside of the United States, y'all. Exercise my right to use one of them passports I got. So I'm gonna be doing some traveling soon. We're gonna see what's going on. I think for my birthday, I'm gonna be taking a little cruise. Gonna jump a ship. Maybe one of those Virgin Atlantic or Norwegian cruises where all the singles hang out, the adults. I think that's gonna be the joint right there. All right, Chels. What's good, Chelsea? Good to see you, little sis. All right, y'all. All right. I'm not gonna waste time tonight. We're gonna get right into this fun. Give me 1 second. Gotta fix one thing here. Just a sec. All right, good. We got music going on. Of course, our music is by the brother Jay Tillman. Go subscribe to our brother if you have not already. You know what? Let me do him this solid. Don't know if you guys have his channel readily available, my mods. And if you are new here, like, subscribe, ring the bell. Got all kinds of great entertainment here for you. As you see from the thumbnail, today we are doing a recap of my trip to New York. Going to review some photos. Next review of the trip to NYC, I'm gonna put together a little montage, probably, maybe a pre-record, some of the video. Awesome video that I took while I was there. Didn't get a lot, but I got enough to put together something really nice for y'all. All right, so let me go on and drop Jay's link in the chat. What you got, your boy Jay Tillman? He has been kind enough to allow me to promote him on this channel and let the brother let his tracks breathe over these podcasts. These are some great lo-fi tracks, y'all. Enjoy as I carry on. Val, how you doing, sis? Good to see you. All right, y'all. Go. What we got? We got a slice of pizza. You are in New York. Y'all know what it's legendary for. That's right, pizza. So, first day in. Actually, first full day was Tuesday. That was my first day at the convention. Met up with my YouTube twin, Bronze Bird. Shout out. Oh, I got muted. Sorry, y'all. All right. So yeah, Quinn and I was looking for Big Shirley, and we could not find her. She ran away from us. So yeah, I see it now, Twin. I appreciate y'all. Let me get that fixed too. Good point, Twin. Check your chat. Check this too. You know what? Something else not working. Not linked up. All right, so the others. Damn. Okay, my bad, y'all. Just a little technical issue off to the side. Shout out me getting back into streaming. I should be good now, right? One in the chat. Okay, let me fix this. One second. Be just a moment. Momentary blip. Goon was good. All right, there we go. Now we got pop-ups working. Let's go. Right. Yes. All right. We back, fam. Good looking, Twin. All right. So I was muted and we were talking about Big Shirley. She escaped. Couldn't find Big Shirley, but I was able to book in my trip, start and finishing my trip with my YouTube twin, Bronze. And shout out, Twin. He's out here in the chat looking out for his homie. What we experienced was a delicious slice of pizza. This was one of many. My second full day there on Wednesday, I went crazy with pizza. I overdosed. But I did find where my most favorite pizza spot is. It is directly across from the B&H photo in Manhattan. That's the B&H Superstore. So go check out that pizza spot. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll get it for y'all. Probably put it in a comment. But their pizza, the crust was just right. It had crunch. The pizza was dripping down my arm. The grease was everywhere. I folded it in half. It was just, the cheese was tasty. Everything was perfect. All right, let's move on, y'all. We got a lot to talk about. Thanksy. So how many of y'all overdosed on pizza, Chrissy? Wednesday was a bad day for your boy. Banksy. How many of y'all know who Banksy is? Your boy can't go nowhere without getting some graffiti. I got to get some graffiti. I got to get some art. I got to get some kind of street art, right? That shit speaks to me. It is the culture. It is counterculture, right? So if you haven't heard of Banksy, I'm now going to narrate something for you here. So Banksy is a pseudonym for an England-based street artist, political advocate, and film director whose real name and identity remain unconfirmed and the subject of speculation. All right. Active since the 90s, his satirical street art and subversive epigrams combine dark humor with graffiti, executed in distinctive stencil technique. His works of political and social commentary have appeared on streets, walls, bridges throughout the world. His work has grown out of the Bristol Underground, and the Bristol Underground is a countercultural movement from Bristol, England, early in the early 80s. The social movement from the early 80s. From this scene, which involved collaborations between artists and musicians. You'll see a lot of that in the underground. You'll see the artists, especially the street artists and the musicians, the underground musicians, all kind of roam in the same circles. Banksy says that he was inspired by 3D, a graffiti artist and founding member of the musical group Massive Attack. Shout out Massive Attack if you know, you know. So that is who Banksy is, and this is one of his pieces. I found this in Coney Island, and it will remain forever a part of the library of photos that Culture Invasion will keep around. Probably use it as a backdrop, maybe a wallpaper in the near future here. B&W Deli and Pizzeria. You right. The one right across from B&W, bro. From B&H. From B&H Photo. All right, y'all. This was in Brooklyn. Where Brooklyn at? Let me tell y'all, I like Brooklyn. All the boroughs, y'all. I don't know, y'all. I think Brooklyn's got it going on. I think Brooklyn's got it. You know, shout out Bronx, shout out Harlem and Manhattan. I was roaming through there. I stomped through all of y'all's territory. I was all over the place. Dolo, y'all would have never seen me. But man, when I got to Brooklyn, something about being around all them all my islanders. Woo, let me tell you, it was a good time. So we got some more street art. Yes, more street art that will definitely remain in the library. All right, y'all. So I wanted to just show you some few little fun things there in the beginning. Now we got the expo. So day one at the expo, me and Twin and I attended together. This is the Javits Center, where we enjoyed the sights and sounds and all of the cool tech at the B&H Expo. Let's get into it. So on the floor of the expo, you have a lot of exhibitionists. You have a lot of speakers. There is a lot of mini clinicals or like mini classes on how to use flashes, on-camera flashes, off-camera flashes, how to use certain lighting setups. And a lot of times they would have little settings with models, and you could work with the models or participate with other photographers and kind of get shots. So I was able to, in day one and day two, with Twin in day one, and then day two, I roamed around on my own, and I was able to get some time. We were actually the first day, get some time with these models, a little bit of time to ourselves. But again, it's a very large crowd, so you have to kind of be respectful of the other photographers. So a lot of fun doing this. This is one of the models I was able to get closer to. Some of them I did pull their IGs and did network with them. So quite likely that do some work in the future and or maybe even host some on the podcast. There's always room for cool things to happen in the future. All right, so she was the first model that we shot. From there, there were a lot of different setups, you guys, a lot of different sets. So we roamed through the entire hall, and it was in the north hall of the Javits Center. So they took up the second and third floors. She was one of my favorites. We will dub her my girlfriend. It was my Expo girlfriend. You'll see a few pictures of her from day 1 and day 2. Day 2, I had her attention all to myself. So that was wonderful. Even though she did pose for me wonderfully for day 1. Yeah, ooh wee twin. She was a winner. I know you remember her. Definitely, she was a winner. All right, we have the Ken doll. Now this one, again, these photos, everyone, are right out the camera. So these are in the raw, like I like my women. In the raw, right out the camera. Right out the camera. I didn't edit much at all. I did not apply any filters, any LUTs, anything to these. What I did do for a few is correct my crooked ass head and the tilt. So the horizon was off on a few of them. I did kind of do that. So there's a little Ken doll for you. These shots are just great. I know that it looks like in this one that I do 2 of him. No, I only did 1 of him. There is a bit, it seems that the yellow is, the amber or yellow is a little bit too high in the lighting. And again, a lot of these companies were advertising their lighting setups. So you can see where adjustment needs to be made if you were a pro, and if this was your subject and you were taking these shots, you could definitely see where adjustments need to be made. So for the pro photos that are out there, pro photographers that are out there, don't judge me. I'm explaining it now, right? These are in the raw. These are right out the camera. So, all right, here y'all go, ladies and bottoms, if you're out there. Oh, here's one for y'all. Another stud, another Chad for y'all. He was awesome, awesome subject, awesome model. I mean, it's just great. I kind of shocked myself just looking at the raw photos. A lot of work could be done, and I'm sure there's some criticism there. Where's Divine at? Shout out Divine Photos. Where you at, bro? I'm sure there's going to be some criticism, and I take it. The criticism is taken well. I understand. No Diddy here. I understand very well. I'm accountable for my art and getting better at it. Then again, I just love having fun. Right? I love having fun. I love keeping these memories. All right. What's good, Zero? Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Not red pill culture wanting sluts. Not Mr. Fake High Morals. Yeah, boy. Looking for them New York sluts. Sluts is actually a subculture. I think it's like the whole thing where there's like the group of people who may or may not be in the LGBT community and are trying to like take back the word slut. So it becomes this whole subculture thing. And I think that's who the people were. We'll get to that photo here as we get to the around New York City life photos. But yeah, we'll talk about that, Zero. Good to see you, my bro. Good to see you. What's up, Most Hated? Good to see you.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Bro.
Hi there.
Glad y'all are joining for the recap of NYC 2025. So now we have Emo Skateboard Homie. I didn't see him the second day, but we got some good photos of him. Yeah, you guys got to understand when you lay your hand on that shutter button, the camera goes wild. So I picked out the best ones out of like 20 shots that I took of just this one gentleman or any one of these models. So yeah, these were some really, really great ones. I like this lighting setup here. I really do like the different tones to the LEDs. They had a lot of effect and emotion in the shots. So that was really, really cool to see. What I might look into picking up for my own studio if I go this route, right? Or even like if I do a portable studio, you know what I'm saying? And I do some offsite things where I rent studio space, I'll have a better idea of what I want to use and what I want to capture. Here's one of our homegirls. We got her IG as well. She's a sweetheart. We got to spend a lot of time with her. And again, I have a ton of shots, but I just pulled the best ones from the collection to show y'all. Cree, how you doing, sis? Good to see you. Chrissy said, I want to braid his hair. Right. Yeah, like bro needs a braid up. Somebody needs to twist bro up. MSDs, get your boy. Your boy. He's sad. Look at it. Look at him. He's sad. No one to braid bro's hair. MSDs, get your boy. Get your boy. Help him out. Okay. So back to our sister from the Far East. I believe she said the dress, the garment she was wearing, she was talking to Twin. Twin, if you out there, correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe she said that this dress belonged to an elder, her grandmother. Was it like her grandmother's wedding dress or a replica or something to that effect? At any rate, her poses were gorgeous. She's adorable. And again, another beautiful model on a wonderful, wonderful day. Right. And to cap off the first day at the expo. Now, there were a lot of video. I had a lot of video and a lot of shots of cool equipment, camera stuff, geeky stuff, nerdy stuff. I'm not going to get into all that over here. No need for that. We're just going to talk about the aesthetics of the art. I'm going to talk about the skills I executed, the fun I had, the friends I made, and the relaxing time I spent meditating on vacation behind the camera. Shout out to me. All right. So ended our day with Soulja Boy. He was really, really good model to work with as well. If you could get in front of him, there were a lot of photographers in front of bro. I got another picture. I think it's him again on the second day. He did a rock and roller pose. Anyway, we'll see that here in a minute. But he was really, really a pleasure to work with as well. He tried to pay attention to each one of the photographers, and that could be hard for a model because you have to look at each one of the cameras, kind of change your pose, adjust your look on the moment, on the fly, every single hit, every single snap, right? So I've worked on both sides of the camera as a model and as the photographer, so I'm a little bit familiar with it. At any rate, again, another awesome subject. I mean, you can zoom in, nice crystal clear photo. Your boy's doing good work out here. Plenty of pixels for me to edit and shade this, add some layers to it any way I want. Might even turn it black and white and add some accent color to the cape. You never know. I'm gonna throw some art on these. And that's what I do, right? So that's day one. Shout out to me and Twin. That was day one at the expo. From there, we hit the town. We just said to hell with it. We jumped a few trains. We hit up Union Square Park. We hit up a couple different parks. We caught some life, some folks out there. This is real blurry. Ignore it. All right. Photogs, ignore this one. But there was a nice little jazz band in the park. I got some audio footage of them too. Might add that to a little montage for y'all in the future. Then we get to the dogs. Some of y'all may have seen our homeboy George on my community tab. That's our homeboy George, y'all. George was the star of the dog park, of the park. Let me tell you, this little sucker right here, this little dude, he saw me wanting to shoot his picture. He knew I was out here to take his picture. He knew it. Little bro looked right at me and did one of them sideways, gave me the whole sideways glance. Like I got the whole sideways glance from him. Raised his eyebrow, looked at me, then squinted his eyes and tucked his little neck back and head up and gave me the pose. Little bro knew what it was. Shout out little bro George. He's the star. He was the star, let me tell you. Garrett Gaines, what's good, bro? Glad to see you. Who else we got? Uh-oh. Gotta put my Theo Coop voice on, y'all. Janesta Coleman. You get a song. Janesta Coleman. All right. Theo voice off. Janesta Coleman. All right, back to George. That's George, y'all. Say what's up to George. Shout out, George. All right, George. You was my homie, man. You was my homie. Wolfpack, what's good, bro? Good to see you. Salute, salute. All right. Life in the wild, y'all. Look at this. A beautiful, beautiful subject. Life in the wild in New York City. Quinn and I were sitting here. Bronze and I were sitting by the fountain. We paused for a moment. Take the load off our heavy ass feet, man. That walking will get to you. Took a load off, relaxed, enjoyed the sights and sounds. Not the smells. Never the smells of New York. But the sights and sounds, yes. And looked over and I was like, bro, yo, we got some wildlife. We got a live one. And we went on and snapped that shot. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to appreciate the wildlife you see out here. And again, we have the Angry Samurai guitar player. I do have a short video clip of him. I don't know. Your boy can't hit the record button in time, apparently. So I didn't get as long of a video as I wanted of the Angry Samurai guitar player. But Brother Man was tearing that guitar up. He was tearing it up. Again, another great shot of life in NYC, y'all. And this is all the first day. Just the first day. And here we are, seeking the NYC sluts. Where's my homeboy Zero at? Where you at, Zero? Here we go. Yeah, the side eye. You know what I mean. Yep, here we go, bro. Seeking the NYC sluts. So these folks were sitting at this table. If you go back, you can see them behind the Angry Samurai. That's them back there behind him. Yeah, there they are, right there behind Punky Brewster. So you can see them back here. These are the ones seeking the NYC sluts. So I don't know if it's reclaiming the derogatory term or what, if they are the subculture. I'm going to assume they are part of that subculture. A little bit of the punk LGBT crowd. So life be lifing, y'all. Life be lifing. Shout out New York. All right. You can't go a trip to New York without seeing at least one or two crackheads, mental patients, and soul of the city. So, as is your boy Gorilla Shot, homeboy here. Took a few gorilla shots as I was moving through the crowd. You always got to do that. More life in NYC. I want y'all to take a good look at this young lady here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a natural, beautiful woman. And no, that is not weave. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. How do you know? Oh, we know. Don't worry about that. But that is a beautiful, natural sister. Shout out to her. Gentlemen, take heed. No spiders, makeup, and weave. Let us move on. As the night fell, Quinn and I did wind up in Times Square. We were, of course, on the hunt. Big Shirley, couldn't find her. Wound up in Times Square. I captured a couple shots. You'll see them here. I mostly focused on the wild side of the humanity. That was more interesting. The lights, the sights, the tourism, the consumerism of it all. I'm not the one to ask about that. I'm not the one to ask about that. I like to be boots on the ground. I like to experience what people who live there experience and take it all in from a photographer's perspective. No diddy. I'm not one for, as a kid, my parents drugged me around. My father mainly drugged me around to all these parks and cities and towns and sights and sounds and amusements and tourism. Ride the Mist of the Falls in Niagara, Times Square, New York, Disneyland. You know what? I'm over it. The Americana has faded. What I like to experience and see are what the locals do. And that's what I experienced, right? But for you guys, because I do know that there are some of you out there who love to see this stuff, I did capture a few things. And for the gents, yes, I did capture a baddie. A baddie. A baddie of the badge. My goodness, y'all. New York, what the fuck are y'all doing? Shout out. God, New York. Ain't gonna see no shit like that in Ohio, let me tell you. All right. Shout out New York. Shout out Japan. Or Korea. Asia. One of them. They doing it. They were out there. They were out. The yams were out. They were doing their dancing. They were filming music videos. There were a lot of content creators out there. I mean, well, hell, I'm back, y'all. Anyway, there were a lot of content creators out there. There were a lot of models out there. We'll see a few. I think I have 1 or 2 shots of models that I caught in Times Square as well with their photographers. Kind of sneak shot them as well. Let's see. Another cityscape shot. We had a lot of fog and rain. There's a lot of rain and fog Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, not so much, spotty here or there. And then Saturday was scorching hot. But yeah, a little more of the city. This was the opposite direction, Times Square. I want to get this picture for you because that punk bitch, Cash Jordan, I don't know if any of y'all know who he is. He's on YouTube. Shout out punk bitch. But Cash Jordan, whatever the fuck his name is, he always sensationalizes all the bullshit going on in New York City. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I was off grid. I walked the fuck around that city with a backpack on and a camera on my shoulder in my clip, and I didn't give a shit. I walked all over the fucking place. And we're not talking about up and down main streets. I walked all over the fucking place. All right? When I go somewhere, I fucking walk. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was in the motherfucking wind. So. Another beautiful artistic shot of some awesome lights. I'm a host of Monetized. You know why Times Square is designed and brought into existence? To sap money. I'm gonna guess to sap money. I don't know the history. Do share, bro. Do share. Baddie. Yeah, you questioning my taste in beautiful police officers, Miss Officer. You could tackle me and put cuffs on me. I ran into some Asian women, and oh wait, where's that at? Not bad. Yeah, I ran into some Asian women, and one of them didn't believe in using deodorant because she walked past me, smacked me in the face. Oof. Well, I was on the trains and the buses, so I can tell you, riding public transportation, you'll get all kinds of smells. That's why I said I do not appreciate the smells of the city. Yeah, New York is oddly beautiful, friend. It really, really is, bro. Even this shot, for instance, you know, that's my perspective, right? Because I don't live there, and I wanted to capture these moments from an artistic, you know, like from a different point of view than just, oh, look, bright lights. There's something to be said here about the way that they've blended the brickwork and all of the new technology and all of the new light, all the new shit, and kept that kind of historical perspective as well as blended in the new. Boston is really, downtown Boston is really, really good for that as well. Don't know if you ever picked up on that in your travels out there as well, Trent. Yeah, New York does smell, bro. It smells bad, bro. Some areas just smell like straight dog piss, bro. That's like walking down the street in Manhattan. What the fuck? Beautiful melanated sister. She was another model with her photographer. She was out there doing a little shoot with Times Square behind her. Got another shot of the Asian ladies where they're practicing round 2. Let's see here. to be an experimental hub and surveillance state for human behavior in a condensed area. I can believe it. I can believe it. Mouse Utopia. Mini Mouse Utopia. Right. I love downtown Beantown. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. Downtown Beantown is freaking awesome. It's just something about the spirit of it, bro. The whole vibe. It's a vibe. The whole vibe. All right. Day 2, y'all. Here we go. Day two. Your boy C.I.P. is on his own. Quentin couldn't make it to the convention the second day, but that's all right. Because I dropped in on him in the middle of his work week, in the middle of the life that he has going on, as well as my relatives. I was harassing relatives, friends, everybody. Good to see y'all, though. Right. So day 2, as I was walking down the street to the Jabba the Hutt Center, I looked up and I said, oh shit, there's no more fog and you can kind of see the skyscrapers. So I took a shot. I think it's a pretty decent one. It's a little funky. Make a nice wallpaper. Now we get our models for day 2 at the expo. I went to the B&H Photography Expo. They had 3 different tracks that you could experiment with or experience. Tracks were for learning, right? You had the learning track for photography, one for cinematography, and one for content creation. So I attended one of the classes the second day, just kind of sat in. I'm not going to say that it wasn't valuable. I'm sure that some of the information or a lot of the information is very valuable to a lot of individuals. It wasn't what I was looking for at that moment. And my mind was more on exploring the city. So I hung around downstairs at the bottom floor and not the presentation hall portion of the setup of the expo. Majority of people live on the coastlines of the United States of America. You are correct. That is correct. This isn't trivia. Damn it, nerd. The nerds in the chat. What's up? Big up, Trend. All right, so day 2, she was my first model. Thoroughly enjoyed her costume. Very cute, very cute. This was doing it. And again, rocking the natural hair. I love it. Love it. Beautiful. I did not get as close to her as I wanted. I did not get one-on-one time with her, but I did get some nice shots. Again, second model of the afternoon. Beautiful bride. Bride to be. The thighs. The thighs to match. Awesome. Simply awesome work. Right? On the fly at a convention. Right, nerd gang. Nerd gang. We in here. Salute to all the nerds. All right, so only real photographers, filmographers, and visual technician artists full with B&H for their equipment, being a trusted brand providing top of the line stuff. Let me tell you, the rental equipment, the beautiful equipment. It is a habit. It is a hobby. It is a profession. Like any profession, if you take serious enough, ladies and gentlemen, you can sink tons of money into just this camera that I'm shooting on, the camera that I took with me, right? That camera body itself was $899. I bought a used Generation 1 lens, the 24-105 lens. 24-105. I think it's 24-105. 24-105 lens, USM1 Canon L series f4. That is a series 1 lens. They're on like series 4 now or something. That series 1 lens was made like back in the early 90s. $800. $800, and that's one of my main money makers. That's what I use to take her photos, these photos with. So yeah, it's and that's just my starting gig, right? That's just my starting rig, and I need another one. I need another rig. I always have to have a backup. So yeah, any hobby, if you're serious enough about it, can be quite expensive, but you get what you pay for in the end. Once you have a nice body for your lenses, the next thing that really matters is just having good glass. So where you sink a lot of your investment into. Hey, y'all, what's up, sis?
Hi there.
Good to see you. Good to see you, good to see you, good to see you. All right, so that was the bride. Then we had the the LED Monster Lab. We had the Monster, and we had the LEDs that were kind of pulsating and changing colors, rotating different colors. Got her shot. She was kind of awesome. Up close, the makeup job was really good. It was really, really good. And day 2, guess who I went back to? Guess who I went back to?
Hot sex on a platter.
I had to. And guess who got time alone with his favorite model of the expo? Right, that's right. How much B-roll you got before you got that perfect still shot? Bro, so many. Like, I'm popping off like 20 shots, 10, 20 shots. Just laying on that shutter button, bro. Just laying on that shutter button. I mean, look, here's 3 shots of her, all from the same set. 1, 2, 3. And I haven't decided which one is the best one of her. This one may require a little bit of darkening, maybe a little bit of red. This one might require a little bit of shadow, a little lightening maybe. So this one the same. The f-stop changed a little bit. I probably had it on auto, I think. I had it on auto. I changed it. Anyway, I'm just going through what I had the settings on in my head. But yeah, you definitely have to shoot multiple, just tons of shots before you can get that perfect one. Yeah, Trin. She's a baddie. Slim Ting too. She was the baddie. Went back to visit her multiple times. All right. Got a little time with her. Another beautiful model. She was awesome. She did have a very, very, very big crowd around her. I mean, the Chinamen knew what they were looking at, so, well. Yeah, there were a lot of international folks at the convention, as you can imagine. Now, when we went to her booth, I was there with 3 other photographers, and we all said the same thing. Her lighting was horrible. So again, these are all raw, right out of the camera. But this is probably the best photo I have of her. Reason being, here's why. Bam. My camera compensated for this horrible lighting, and everybody was suffering from the same thing, blown out photos. Like we were all like looking at one another like we were crazy. And I think the guy next to me, there was I think it was a Latino guy. He was right next to me. He and I were the first ones to make eye contact, and we looked at our cameras, then we looked up and we looked at each other like, what the hell just happened? Like we felt dumb. Like everything was right, but the lighting just blows it out. It just killed the white balance, killed it. So we complained to one another and bitched, and I adjusted. I think this picture was second, but she sat up, and I kind of squatted down in front of her and got a little bit lower for the shot, and I was able to get a little bit better lighting, or get a little bit better out of what lighting was there. And that's, again, just right in the camera. The camera made its own adjustments in between shots there, but I grabbed this one as an example to show you guys what I was contending with. So a lot of time, it's really the work that you have to do yourself and understand what it is, how you have to utilize the light or block the light. All right, let's go. All right, we're back. Is this the same guy? I think it's the same guy. It's the Warrior Viking dude, and he's a rock and roller day 2. So he's over here. Yeah, he was Adobe. He was Adobe's model. So he was over here in the Adobe booth. Cynical, how you doing, sis? APTV, what's good? What's good? Good to see y'all out here. Yeah, we just chilling tonight. It's an insomnia episode running through my trip to New York City, showing off some of the photos I took, and just chilling with y'all. Second here. All right. Oh, cuzzo, you're not rude, man. You're not rude, man. Shout out to my Trinidad cuz. Shout out. Shout out. My bad, cuzzo. I don't mean to be so rude. Shout out Lucian, peace, power, and prosperity. Glad your trip was dope and you made it back safe. Yes, that's right. Cuzzo, shout out. Shout out. Always, always pleasure to see you, man. Always pleasure to see you. And thank you very much. It was a wonderful trip. It was a wonderful trip. All right, here's our boy Rocker. Boom. Look at that. Boom. Right there. Right. That's what it's like to work with models who respect you when you tell them, right here, buddy. Right here. Right here. Look at these eyes. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. And boom. They play right along with you. Feed right into the camera, and you get shots like this. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Then we've got my distressed snow bunny, Ginger. She's so distressed. The subway bunny, the distressed subway bunny. Oh, y'all. F's in the chat for the sad bunny. Awesome model. Yeah, I think I got 3 good shots of her. Again, we got a ton of them. I had to pick a couple that were the best. Where the camera and my eye both agreed that she was in focus. And my eye didn't say, oh, no, she's in focus. And the camera say, nah, brah, she ain't in focus. No. Those of you who are photographers will know the struggle. There's another factor, too. With me using an older lens on a new camera, I have to use an adapter. The adapter poses a challenge in and of itself. Now, one would assume that because Canon is Canon, that it's all going to work the same. That's not so true. Some of the new technology doesn't translate as well. Some of the old technology doesn't translate as well, vice versa. There will be some hangups. There will be some delays. There will be some minor intricacies that you gotta overlook or work around when you're dealing with an older lens on a newer camera body. Just a thing. Every camera brand has their nuances. Any photographer will tell you that. It's just a thing. Just a thing, y'all. Hey, Tiara, nice to see you, sis. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. Poor Snow Bunny. Her is sad. Her is sad. She was a wonderful, wonderful model. The distressed bunny look fit her well. Right. Here is another model. I did not get her name because she was rather busy. She was tied up with a presentation she was making for a camera flash brand, as well as a smoke maker. They have a lot of fog making equipment, handheld fog making equipment that's modular. You can stack 2 or 3 fog making components together, and you can have even more fog that'll last 2-3 hours. So they had all these different components that you can purchase. You can review and check out and test and purchase. They also had in her booth, they were testing, I do believe, on-camera flashes. So no, it was an off-camera flash. I think it was an off-camera flash. It was a controller for them. So they had a long line. So I had to kind of sneak around the line of people, the queue of people, and just get a good shot of her. But she, again, another gorgeous model, y'all. Gorgeous model. All right, here we go. Here's something really, really sweet. Now, I wanted to share this with you guys on the community wall, but I had to save these. These were really, really special. Their outfits were freaking amazing. Freaking dope. I wish Twin had been there for the second day to see these. My jaw dropped when I saw these ladies. So I caught her attention. She caught me creeping around the side of the booth, and I caught her attention. So she gave me a little smile. Absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. They were gorgeous. I didn't want to leave. So here are my two queens. Enjoy. I mean, they're just beautiful, y'all. Telling you, when I say I had a good time, I had a wonderful, wonderful time. Says you look like a honeycomb. You look like a honeycomb. They do look like a little honeycombs. Little honeybees. Dance party with Beyonce. It is. Mr. Boston, I appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that. Now, for these two sisters, I had quite a few shots, as you can see, as they worked with the audience and they worked with the cameras. So it was a really, really difficult shoot. But these three, I think it's three or four. No, three. These three photos were the three I got of them. When she smiled at me, it was just so cute. I smiled back at her. She was giggling. She was so cute. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You have to have charisma, y'all. You have to have charisma. That's the one thing. I'm sure Divine Photos and other brothers and sisters out here who are in photography will tell you, you have to. You have to be able to work with these models. You have to be able to put on a little bit of charm and communicate well with them. Be able to, when it's one-on-one, right? When you're actually working with your own subjects, you have to be able to communicate with them effectively to get them to pose right. When you enter their comfort zone as you pose them. So there's a lot to working with them. So you have to be really, really social. The one on the left looks like my little cousin. She's a model in NYC. Is that your cousin, bruh? Is that your cousin? What's up, cousin? Yeah, I love photography as well, bro. You can definitely get lost in the texture and the colors. And the main thing here is to try to get some depth, right? You want some depth and some dimension to your photos. You don't want it to just be like flat person in front of a building doing a pose with their hands on their hips, right? You got to have some dimension to it, some angularity to it, depth to it. Frickin' just beautiful, y'all. Frickin' beautiful. Definitely loved the second day there. Loved it. All right. So I pulled my ripcord and ejected up out. I'm done. We out of there. The B&H Expo is over. So I got out to downtown Manhattan and I did a lot of walking. I got a lot of life, city life, people, boring stuff, the popo standing in the middle of the street, oppressing the people, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. But then I stopped at Empire State. I put my 16mm wide angle lens on the camera and I just looked right up at the sky between the buildings. That is from the sidewalk close to the street. So I had to kind of place myself out in the middle of traffic downtown Manhattan. It was fun. It's always fun. Those are those guerrilla shots you get to take those risks, get those good shots in, get that good architecture and run with it. What's the button? I didn't research this. I was crossing the street, y'all. Y'all got a button. Shout out to the button. What are y'all doing with the button? What is the button? Somebody from New York, please tell me. No, Mr. Boston, not on my back, bro. That 16mm lens is a wide angle lens, brother. So I can just tilt my head back and just camera up in the air and just focus on that skyline on those clouds, bro, and it'll show everything that I need to see there. It's one of those really, really good artistic lenses you see where you'll see like people like skateboarders do like those, do a lot of artistic shots where like the skateboard and like the foot of the person is real close to the camera, and you get like the big fisheye view, or you get like the I forget what the other way is, but you get like the fisheye view. It's like it'll perform just like that. The 16mm wide angle's magical, and I can use it for interior shots if I ever decide to do. I don't like real estate, but if I decide to get back into real estate, it allows me. It's wide enough that it'll allow me to see an entire room and see the ceiling and the architecture inside of the locale. But yeah, the 16mm is great for landscape, cityscapes, wilderness shots of like mountainscapes. Really, really good for wide angle lenses. And those artistic shots. So when you get up close with the wide angle lens, it distorts everything and gets you that fisheye. It's really, really cool. So what's the button? Push the button. What is the button? What's the button? What's the button? Somebody tell me what the button is. Needle and thread in the button. I don't know who's sewing in the middle of downtown. Y'all need to help a brother out. Help a brother out. What are we doing here in New York? So I was walking around. This was, what day was this? Was this day 2? And your boy got lost. I got lost like 3 days in a row. I think. Could look at the date, but that would be too much like doing right. So we're not going to look at the 18th. Your boy's lost. This was Wednesday. So this was after. All right. So this was after I got out of the expo. So I went walking around. I was like, I'm going to Chinatown. Y'all, what does that sign say? So I don't know if y'all been to New York or not, but it's a joke. Chinatown's a joke. It's kind of funny. But you walk down the main streets, you think you're walking to Chinatown, and Chinatown's over here on the side streets. But over here is Little Italy. Or if you're facing, it's this way and then this way. But anyway, Little Italy is by Chinatown. And then there's like some other village behind that one too. So like all the villages are like all hanging out there together. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? I was like, this is supposed to be Chinatown. And all of a sudden I'm watching everybody eat cannolis and drinking espressos. Like, what the fuck just happened? I went from chopsticks to pizza, all in one block. So I turned back around and I was like, oh, there's Chinatown. Italy over here, China over there. It's not really geographically representative of the world, but it works. So you cross the street and you're in Chinatown. So here we go. Welcome to Chinatown. I found it. Shout out your boy, C.I.P. Yeah, bro. Your boy got lost just walking the streets. Literally just walking the streets. I don't need no Uber. Man's calves built like tree trunks, man. I don't give a shit. I'm walking. Got good shoes on. Don't give a shit. I was walking. I walked all the way down that street too. I'm gonna show y'all what happened when I got to the end of that street, because it was nighttime by the time I got through all the way through Chinatown. The sun was setting. I love this shot too. This shit looks like an action shot from a movie, y'all. Swear to God, this is a great shot too. I wish I had the time to have stood there and took some live video of traffic and the hustle and bustle of people coming and going. I did not set myself up for that. I forgot my tripod at the Airbnb. So yeah, your boy, Mr. Professional Photographer over here forgot his damn tripod on more than one occasion. But I did have my extra batteries with me on most days, all except for the last day at Coney Island. But we won't talk about that. Some of the shots for Coney Island I took on my cell phone or a combination of cell phones. But it happens. It happens. We make the most of what we have. I was regretting it, and I was every photographer that walked by me, I was looking to see if they had the same kind of battery type I did, see if I could bum an extra battery off of somebody, but no, it did not work that way. I'm not a connoisseur, but I just love great photography, brother. I was not expecting this tonight. Mr. Boston, bro, thank you so much for stopping through. Again, I'm kind of one of those intermediate photographers. I've done a little bit of advanced work and push myself to the limit. Had some fun, done some graduation photography, some wedding photography. I've done a lot. I'm having fun with it. I enjoy it. My hobby, man. My hobby. Right. What else we got? Cases. What's good, bro? What's up? Good to see you, bro. So, as I was walking through Chinatown, I heard the sound, the calling of a culture hat. Push kick culture was being called. I heard the sound of skateboard and on the concrete and someone screaming in pain as they failed a stunt. And I'm like, oh shit, somebody got broke. Let's go see what's going on. Nah, he didn't get broke. Bro was getting filmed by his homie trying to stunt. He was just failing. He was getting frustrated. There was a whole bunch of bros sitting on a park bench right there. And they were trying stunts on like it's like a little roundabout area. Got a little ramp up. They were trying to catch some air off it. And I caught one action shot. I didn't hang around long enough for any more because I heard screaming and yelling. And believe me, in New York, the city never sleeps. So there's always something going on. Moment to moment, y'all. If you haven't been, I'm telling you, moment to moment. I got accosted by a mob of rollerbladers jamming out to reggaeton. These fools, I only got one shot of them in this. We'll see more of them when I put together the video montage. I'm gonna have to probably I'm probably gonna have to censor the music, but these fools came out of nowhere. This is right outside of Chinatown. No, right in the heart of Chinatown. These fools came out of nowhere. I'm crossing the street. All of a sudden I hear yelling. So I just taken a picture of the skateboarders, right? These skateboarders are just past these roller skaters on the far side of this park square. They're just past. See this statue of this Chinaman in the middle here on the right-hand side? Yeah. Those skateboarders are on the other side of that Chinaman. So as I turn around and go to cross the street, these fools are descending upon, and it's a huge group of them. They got LED lights on this. Some of them got LED rollerblades. Some of them got LED mohawks and hats and all kinds of just craziness. And it's a whole club of rollerbladers. It was insane. And then they just stopped right there in the town square and started partying in that little square. And just started partying. They mobbed up, waited on the slowpokes, and just started partying. Blasting music. One dude had a cowbell. You always need more cowbell when you got reggaeton going. It was dope. It was lit. Yeah, I got beat up. I got beat up by a team of X-Bladers. Team X-Bladers from the Disney movie Brink. I did. I got beat down by the X-Bladers. I barely escaped in time to make it to Coney Island on my last day. So me and Bronze Quinn met up, and so the Saturday that I was there, just this past Saturday, was what's called the Mermaid Parade. The Mermaid Parade, as in the fish lady. So Mermaid Parade, I do believe, were a group of individuals who are like the polar bears, right? They dive into the river or the ocean in the middle of winter kind of thing, and whatever, and do some kind of crazy act of fun for charity or for whatever. Well, Coney Island adopted it, and the arts and civics groups and everybody adopted it, and then it became this huge thing, and now it's like this gigantic everything mermaid, LGBT, all the thing parade. It's insane. It was insane. And let me tell you, I had a lot of fun taking pictures of New Yorkers. This lady and her dog got locks. I mean, who wouldn't take a picture? I mean, who wouldn't? Come on. Come on, y'all. Yes, the dog has dreads. Reaper. The dog has dreads, bro. He locked up the dog. Basically, just let the dog get nasty. That dog looks sad. Dog's like, why, mommy, why? Mommy, why? I love New York, y'all. Sure as hell I'm going back. That's for fucking sure. Protests, as always, with parades, especially those of you who know. You go to Carnival in the islands, you will definitely see protests. You'll see mobs of individuals, bands, right? They're called bands. You'll see a band of individuals who will be the protesters. You'll see a band of individuals who are revelers from a town, or a band that is a legitimate band group. So one of the marching bands, one of the bands within the carnival will be a group of individuals that are kind of dressed up like clowns, but they'll usually be protesters or poor men. And here we have the No Cuomo mermaid. She said I should vote, but I don't live there, so I'm not going to vote, but I'd probably vote No Cuomo. Shout outs to New Yorkers who are going to vote and will vote. Your duty. Here we have a golden mermaid princess lady thing. There's all kinds of mermaid princess lady things and male mermaid princess things. Anybody recognize this guy? I don't know if he's just a rando New Yorker, a rocker. I don't know. He rushed through the crowd, but when I saw him, I'm like, you know, that guy's dressed rather peculiar with the whole ninja swords, death rocker paint. He even had like cyberpunk contact lenses in. Anybody recognize this cat? He also he was rolling with these two homies. Shout out to the homies. This homie had little devil horns. Pirate devil homie with locks. I don't know. Y'all recognize them? Are they like rockers? Is there a black rocker group? He kind of looks like Flash. Like if Slash takes his makeup, if Slash takes his hair off his face. Or he looks like Black Hole Sun, won't you come? Soundgarden lead singer dude. Anyway, caught these cats. As always, New Yorkers be New Yorkin'. Puppers looking solid. My dog. Puppers looking solid. I'd be pissed if I was a dog on this day in New York City. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'd bite everybody's motherfucking ass. These motherfuckers had these dogs out here on this hot ass concrete. Y'all, I ain't seen no water bowls for none of them. Poor doggos. Y'all, take care of your doggos. Take care of your pets. He said, don't disrespect Slash like that. Not a wandering swordsman. Probably is a wandering swordsman. Look like he about to be banished to the Shadow Realm. Nah, man, he gonna be doing the banishing, bruh. These brothers was doing the banishing. They even had their attack dog, their hound from hell. They doing the banishing. When I saw the lady do this, I had a song in my head. Those that know. Pussy popping on a handstand. Am I right? Shout out to me. I'm right. Pussy popping on a handstand. Because as soon as she finished this, she dropped down into the splits and started bouncing it on the ground. Yes. I did not film that because it was gross. But she's pussy popping on a handstand right on the skates. Right off the skates. And the nips were out, mostly. I don't know. If that's your thing, gentlemen, there were meth nips. There were saggy nips. There were old nips. No cute nips. They're never cute nips. But they're free. All right, y'all. We had all kinds of revelers. Here's some Beetleborg reveler crab people. They were rocking out. They were happy. Meemaw and Peepaw, they doing it. Meemaw and Peepaw. Peepaw was like, "What's up, y'all? I'm a crab." Vogue if you want to, ladies. Where are the big voluptuous women? Your white sisters was out here doing their thing. The mermaid triplets with their twins, hands on display. She said thing 1 and thing 2 looking. Yeah, they do look like thing 1 and thing 2. Good call. Good call. All right, y'all, get your big back crusty aunties. Tell them to stop it. But the ladies were doing it. The ladies were doing it. All right, y'all. Every single kind of mermaid was there. And what is New York notorious for? Rats and roaches. That's right. We got roach mermaids, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the roach mermaids. That's right. Even with the starfish on the nips of the roach. That's right. It is a female roach mermaid, not a male merman. Just in case you were wondering. That's right, gentlemen. MSGs, shout out. Your girl need to get wifed up. You need booed up, y'all. You need booed up. MSGs, save your community. Save your roach queen. Oh, shit. Okay. Shit. Where's Earl? Somebody get Earl. Here's another one for him, too. Earl can get the Roach Queen. And Earl can get this one, too. The Flamingo. See, man, look. This is what I'm talking about. Look at puppers. Look at that poor little doggo. Oh, I wish I had a focus stand on the poor little doggo. Look at his little feet. Man, that dog, it was 100 degrees on that concrete. That poor little dog. That's abuse, y'all. Excuse me. Yes. That is correct. Only New York, where they have a roach mermaid, and it would be normal. Absolutely. And no water. Right, Reaper. No water. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if Pinky Flaminky over here, probably a dude. I'm not zooming in there, but hopefully they got water in the backpack for the cat. I mean, the dog. And thank you, Chels, for mentioning that. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a dude. Thank you, Chels, for mentioning that. Exactly. No, put the little paw boots. I've seen people in what's that country? Arizona. I see people over there in that country, Arizona, where it's hot as shit. Put the little booties on their doggos and whatever. Their doggos can walk outside and this, that, and the other. Yeah, it's probably a dude. Looks like a dude. We didn't know. That's not a dude. She's got extra petite yams. But there were a lot of performers. She did like little baton twirling and stuff. Extra petite yams, gents. MSGs. Extra petite yams. She also had a tongue ring. I noticed that too. I won't forget that part. Now we got the melanated mermaids. That's right, the melanated mermaids. Chocolate starfish. Wait, not that kind. Time out. Wait. Not that kind of chocolate starfish. Yeah, I'm a dude. He's a dude. We're all dudes. So we have the Choco mermaids. Look at these Ooh, be cute. Oh, girl, I see you back there. Damn. Shout out Zoom. Yes, this is the melanated mermaid. There's the queen mermaid. You don't fuck with her. She smells like fish. Anyway, they were adorable. They were adorable. Doggo. Let me see. Did I get the one? Yep. Okay. So there's light skin, light bright. Girl, you can melanate all over me. Okay, I'm sorry. What? Anyway, then we got puppers. Now, see, she respects her puppers. She respects her puppers. And he got a cute little cart. See? Shout out, sis. Look at you. Dumpling. Look at you. Dumpling and your light-skinned sis over here. Oh, going on, girls. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Then, this is kind of cool. Thought this was cool as shit. We got a clockwork Victorian pirate. Steampunk Victorian pirate. I get it. I get it. Fucking fascinating work. Fascinating costume. Awesome. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Do your thing, bro. She was doing her thing as a little Egypt griffin goddess mermaid. We got the Timu Fish Man and his Timu, oh God, Meth Man and Net Wife. Oh God, I'll leave it to y'all in the comments. I got nothing. But we got these guys. They looked cool. They thought they did at least. It is what it is. So my last day. We only got a few more shots to go, yo. Actually, we only got 2. Last day there, figured I grabbed, Aqua Guy and his angry mama. That's about all that was. Agua, not even Aqua, just Agua Guy. Agua Guy and his angry granny. So let's see. We got a little bit of an artistic shot here on Coney Island. I'm always fascinated by the twists and turns of roller coasters. I mean, I love them. I ride them. I ride all the roller coasters, all the rides. Not scared of any of them. No fear. I'm not going to catch me jumping out of any airplanes anytime soon or doing any kind of wingsuit stuff. I mean, that looks kind of fun. Wingsuits do, but not bungee jumping or doing none of that crazy parachuting. But I will ride roller coasters to this day. To this day. We'll ride roller coasters. All of the roller coasters. Super coasters. Final Destination. All the things, bruh. All the things. Final Destination. All the things. The only ones that tear me up and kind of tore me up even when I was younger are wooden roller coasters. They were like, there were a couple I really, really liked back in the day when I was a kid. But as I got older, I realized, man, that thing was making my teeth chatter. I'm good. Like the old classic wooden roller coasters, I love them. And, you know, they serve their purpose as, you know, innovation. But nope. Yeah, wooden roller coasters are brutal. Yeah, they are the worst. They are the worst ones. It's that Mermaid Man and Barnacle Maw. Let's go back. Barnacle Betty. Yeah, how did we survive with those roller coasters, bro? So many we rode. And even the kiddie coasters were wooden. Remember the kiddie coasters? They had kiddie coasters that were wooden too. They were shaking our little brains around, bro. Had our little nuggets detached from our spines. But yeah, as I walked by, the line was fairly long. It wasn't that long of a wait. It was a good day. You were there with family. Wanted to get on a coaster. Then you got the Wonder Wheel. Now, something that they want to do is they want to strip away Coney Island, leave remnants of the old history, and put up a casino, pave paradise, and put in a parking lot. Here's a song about it. So there's a lot of people protesting no casino. I think if I was in New York and this was part of the community that I celebrated and part, like, not even from the alphabet side, right? But just living in Coney Island, right? If I lived in the area and I loved my community, because I'm a community dude. I love my community here. I participate. Go participate in your community, vote, go to a city council meeting, do all the things, people. Not going to preach tonight, but if I lived in the Coney Island community and I celebrated the Mermaid Parade with all the cool people here, I definitely wouldn't want that casino going in. Again, the whole paved paradise and put in a parking lot thing. We got enough of those. And what's odd is just if you're facing the ocean and you look to, that would be the southeast from where the boardwalk is, southeast of Coney Island, they're building 2 or 3 high-rise condo communities. Fuck those communities. Fucking casino over there. Fuck are you people doing? Anyway, enough activism. At the moment this old man was walking by. Look here. Puppers. He got a puppers on top. Taking care of his doggy. Not letting his doggy walk on the hot concrete. But at the moment that Paw walked by, a beautiful woman was standing next to me, and your boy C.I.P. made a friend for the night. Had a wonderful dinner, and then we went our separate ways. And as luck would have it, that was my last day in NYC. That was the end of my trip, y'all. That's where it all ended. But it was worth it. The expo was the main reason I went out there. I had time to burn. Life be lifing. And my schedule changed a large bit. So I had the time and money and opportunity to do whatever I want to do. And I went out and enjoyed myself and had a great time with new friends, met new people, made new connections, networked, and there is more to come. So please like, subscribe, ring the bell. I hope you enjoyed the recap of NYC 2025. We're going to be doing next trip is going to be, all right, so I don't have anything planned between now and my birthday. Birthday's in October. So right now, as of now, the next trip is going to be October, going to be my birthday. So we're going to talk about that in the future. And then we're going to have fun when that comes around. Other than the birthday, future for the show, I do want to get something else landed in the next few days for men's mental health. Shout out to the gentlemen. Gentlemen, it is Men's Mental Health Month. Your boy C.I.P. is going through a fair amount of challenges himself. All right? Fair amount of challenges himself. And I know I am not alone. So look for another episode to come out, gentlemen. It may be something powerful and silent. Maybe something where I just rant and ramble about life and our experiences. We'll see. I may do what I did last year and just sit with me in silence for 30 minutes. Maybe time to meditate, all of us together. Anyway, guys, we're not going to get into the heavy stuff tonight, but I am going to leave you with my all-time favorite saying, nothing is true, but everything is permitted. This trip showed me that absolute fact, that nothing is true and everything is permitted. I might have learned a little bit about my own perspective on that perspective from the new friend I met that evening on Coney Island. She's a very smart woman. At any rate, seek knowledge and evolve, my friends. The world around us is not an absolute reality. Your reality, your life, your reality is subjective to what you choose to explore in the world. The world is vast. Don't deny yourself the opportunity to explore that. All right? I just got back from having a great time in another city. You can do the same. What you limit yourself to and what you experience is your own responsibility. Choose wisely, my friends. Choose wisely. Life is short. Life is short. We have so much to explore and experience. I want to thank y'all, everybody who's out there right now. Y'all, I see you, sis. Yes, please catch the replay. No problem. There's a lot here, sis, to unwind and appreciate. Please, please, please go back and watch the replay. Team replay, go back and check it out. Don't make fun of my sunburn, my crispy ass forehead and nose. That's just, me for neglecting myself and my health and forgetting about the sunscreen. But yes, y'all, Zero, Chelsea, DX, Reaper, y'all stuck with me the whole show. I really, really appreciate y'all. Almanize, I saw you creep in, sis. I hope you're still out there, Mr. Boston, brother. I'm so glad you were over here tonight. Trin, Tazo, of course, one love and big up to you. And Messy, I saw you come in, pop out, pop in. And to everybody else, y'all, if I did not shout you out, big up yourselves. Thank you so, so much for being here, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful week. Get some rest in. I think that's on the menu for me. To get some rest in. And yeah, have a great week, y'all. See you soon. Peace. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful evening. Get some rest.
Nancy feels that a newspaper, any newspaper,
if you can
has the
sleep after that
obligation
video.
to deliberately deal with
Reaper, I
those
see you,
things
bro.
which demand public attention. How do you feel about the controversy?
Basically, the fan behaves the same on Joe's suit. When I first turned the power on, or just prior to that, he's drawing 0.6 amps. It goes off scale high for a few seconds, falls back down to about...
The CBS Evening
Yeah,
News
Mr. Boston.
with Walter
That's my
Cronkite.
squid ting. It's all Squid Game over here. Red light, green light. He's my red light.
It was a provoking challenge, and nowhere did the challenge provoke more
They're averaging a peak-to-peak, I'd say, of about 0.1 amp.
To develop and introduce America's first all-electronic television system.
Peace.